Assalamu alaikum. Okay guys, this is J4P Marketers. Welcome to this night video. I just want to quickly address a particular issue, or might not be much, but I've been seeing this problem over and over again. This problem is something that has to do with using the 3D shape effect, the blurry effect with 3D shapes. Now this is what I want to explain. You see, whenever you are using the 3D, for example, let me import. For example, I will import an Instagram shape. I'm importing Instagram icon to use as an example. Now, what I'm talking about is, you see, many graphic designers want to represent something like this. First of all, converting the icon into 3D shape. You understand? Converting into 3D shape. Then they want to give it a blurry look. You want to do something like making it look as if one is farther than the other, or one is closer than the other. So a lot of artists make this mistake. They will go ahead to blur this particular one. They will blur it. For example, you blur one now. They leave it like this. Once you are blurring something, you should know the effect of blurring. Once you are blurring something, it means you are shifting focus away from that thing. Number one. Number two, you are trying to emphasize on the fact that that thing is far or near. So if you are trying to emphasize on the fact that that thing is far or near, number one rule is this: you can't make this particular one the same size with the second one. You can't do that. What you need to do is make sure that the one that you have made blur, that you want to make look as though it's far from the old thing, which is this one, you make sure it is smaller in size to this one, to the major one that will be in front, that is closer. Now this gives you an effect of, okay, yes, this one is fine. Also, you make sure you reduce the shape from the 3D, the depth from the 3D, so it can look exactly like the one in front. You can see. So now you can tell, looking at this, you can see that this first one here is looking closer, and the second one here is looking farther. But by the time you do the mistake of making two of them the same sizes, it starts to bring confusion. You won't get that actual look or perspective, or let me say orientation, of which one is far and which one is near, which one is closer and which one is near. So when you are using bubbles or anything that you have to do with blurring, please don't make the icons the same sizes. Don't make the icon the same sizes. The same thing goes to if you want to make it look closer. For example, you put this here, reducing the depth. Then you make this one bigger. You go and reduce the opacity as much as possible. Increase the 3D shape, the depth of the 3D shape, increase it, and give it the look, the side look you want. Give it a side look you want. See, when you do this, now there are two perspectives to this. Now you can see there are two perspectives to this, which is one is closer and one is farther. You can tell that this one is closer by doing something like this. Make sure you don't show the complete image. It should always be half like this. And to make it more glaring that yes, this particular one here, to make it more glaring that this particular one here is farther and this one is closer, what you do is give this a shadow. Give this a shadow. So how do you give shadow to this kind of thing? You can do it in two ways. Is either you what? Copy this, put the normal shadow, leave the shadow black, then you go to the opacity, you reduce the opacity, then you bring that shape down to this one that you want to make look a bit, want to put the shadow under. So you do something like this. Of course you want it to be behind, so you readjust, you put it behind. So now you can see a different perspective to this. But this is not what I'm going to. What I want to show you is exactly how you put it under. Exactly how you put it under the image. So we'll go down to 3D shape. 3D shape, exactly like this. Then you adjust to suit the taste. So this is how you place a shadow under an image. You can tell that this is farther and this is closer. You can tell that this one is farther and this one is closer. Thank you for watching. Please share.